Welcome to the Asana Rabbitohs Centre. It's Mavo here, and it is the NRL State Championship Captain's Run, live and free on Bunnies TV, and Karina Haas is already in there. Good morning, Karina. I'm just changing my phone to the actual stream to make sure it's working. But yeah, welcome everyone. The boys haven't come out yet, but I've just come on a bit early. And let me just turn the sound up and let me hear. Yeah, there we go. So, and Karina said, good morning, Mavo, Milo, and all out there. So we're here with Dallas as well. Now,
good morning, Karina.
So, I'll just give you a little pan around. There's some boys playing footy here. Now, we're on camera watch because that footy has come over a bit close to the camera a couple of times. Now, I'm going to go down to show you the public area, and we've got a few of our loyal members down there. They just give us a wave. So sitting down's Mick Tasker, channel member. That's Tony Day there in the left of the South hat. And I'm not sure that gentleman's name in the green shirt, but we've got some families in here today, as you can see. And we just saw Tommy Carr's parents come in, I think it was, and they had a little baby with him, and he had the South gear on. And I'm joined here by, oh hang on, is Steve McDermott coming? He's my man, Slippery Stephen McDermott. Stevie, take two, eh? Well, you're back. How are you, mate?
Good, boys.
That's good. That's good. And I'm also joined. We're live now on YouTube, and we're joined by Milo and also Dallas. You might have heard them give me a hand on the show, calling games and stuff. So,
and trying to round up people as well while we're here.
Yeah.
Any players that we can get to interview?
Yeah. So I'll just, while we're waiting, while Dallas does a bit of a guard on the camera. So this is the NRL State Championship Captain's Run, and the Rabbitohs qualified by beating the North Sydney Bears last week in the grand final. What a game it was. We were there.
Fantastic, great atmosphere. A lot of South fans really shook the stadium up. It was great.
They did.
Just really great to see that many South supporters up for the second grade team.
It was just a great way to finish the season after the disappointment of missing the finals.
Exactly, it was. You know, there's something for all South supporters to cheer about. Yeah. And it's a great looking. That New South Wales Cup is a fine looking trophy. It'll look good in the cabinet there at. I don't know if they've got a cabinet here at the Asana Centre, but definitely at South Juniors.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in the boardroom up there, and they've got the Provan Summons Trophy they won in 2014. So maybe it'll sit proudly next to that up there in the boardround.
We hope so.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be going with tomorrow's trophy as well.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully getting our first interstate club challenge trophy.
Well, we did some interviews here on Thursday's session, and we interviewed a few of the boys, and I asked a couple of them about the celebrations, and they said, yeah, it was good, but we realised we've got one more job to do, which is winning this state championship. Now, as I said, they beat North Sydney Bears to qualify. They are playing the Brisbane Tigers, who defeated the Burleigh Bears up there in Queensland in the equivalent competition. And so that's our opponents. The Burleigh Bears scored more tries in the grand final, but the courtesy of Jonah Pezzet's boot, they only scored 3 tries, the Brisbane Tigers, but he was kicking goals from all over the park, I believe. And so they won the game. They are a Melbourne Storm feeder club. So Jonah Pezzett, Riley Jacks are in the halves. They've both played first grade. They've got George Jennings on the wing, and they've also got Marion Seve coming off the bench, who is a Samoan international, I think. So they'll be they're a good side.
He's been playing really well, Marion Seve. He played well in first grade this season for the Melbourne Storm. So they've got quite a good looking outfit there, the Brisbane Tigers. It should be a really close game. Yeah,
and we are heavy favourites with the tab. Gamble responsibly if you're going to have a bet, but
you
wouldn't be. It's $1.20
backing at $1.18. The current quote. No,
that is very short. But the reason for that is that we have won 9 games in a row. We haven't been beaten since June, I think it is. So they've taken on all comers in this New South Wales Cup, and it culminated in that big win last week. we have got a good side. Highlighted by Blake Taff at fullback, who will be playing his last game, sadly, in the mighty red and green jersey. So he'll be a sad loss for the club, Milo.
He will be. He's just been such an awesome talent for this club. It'd be great to have him back at the club later down the track. But who knows? There's always a lot of fine players coming through the system, so
true.
We'll see.
Our loss is the Bulldogs' gain.
Definitely.
And just going through the side, so Taffy was man of the match last week, but another bloke that could have got it was Shaquay Mitchell. What a game he had. He was on a mission.
Barnstorming mission last weekend, and he certainly proved that he was an absolute demolition job from him up through the centre of the field. He was knocking blokes over all the time, and big tackles, big bear hugging tackles.
Yeah, bear hugging.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Against the Bears.
Against the Bears.
But he was like a wrecking ball. He scored that try, but apart from that, his charges were just damaging, and it got the team on the front foot.
Yeah, he was bending the line.
Yeah, but there's other blokes in that forward pack, the unsung heroes like your Brock Grays and Ethan O'Neill's, and so Talis Duncan.
Well,
we all know.
Unfortunately for Benny Lovett not being there, but he played so well last week before that knee injury that curtailed his season now.
He did. Also, Buddy Gordon, what a story. Made his NRL debut in 2005,
Honestly.
and in 2023, he goes out against all these young fellas and carves them up, has a good game, puts a big shot on the halfback, and he picked his mark there, I know, but...
but he pulled out probably his best game of the season in the grand final. He played a lot of minutes in that game.
He did.
And big barnstorming runs from him as well, and big tackles as well. So he really showed up for that game. And, this is the thing. He was really after... That's his first premiership with the club, isn't it?
It is.
So, yeah, it was a big deal.
It's Sir Boys has joined us, said morning Mavo. So we are just waiting for the boys to come out. They did tell us 9:30, but I think they're fibbing at the moment because there's no sign of any players on the field. They might be having a meeting, having a little powwow about how they're going to win this game tomorrow. It's going to be hot, so they're going to have to keep the fluids up. It's going to be a stinker, 35
exactly, 17 to 37 tomorrow predicted.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough.
So they're going to be playing out there, and it'll be in the 30s for sure. So it'll be in that mid-range 30s probably by 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So they'll have to watch themselves. They'll have to stay fairly hydrated. It'll be interesting to see what the NRL sets up for the boys tomorrow.
Yeah,
to keep them all in good shape.
It's bordering on being a safety issue if it's that hot playing a game of footy, isn't it?
Definitely.
So I did hear one of the guys say if it gets to a certain degree they have to suspend play, but hopefully we don't get down that track. Hopefully it's they can get through the game. But just back to Buddy Gordon, we were here on Thursday and they're having a little opposed session and he burst through and scored and all the boys erupted, and I captured that on Bunnies TV. So if you haven't seen that, go and have a look in now.
Go and have a look. It was some great work from Buddy there. He really fooled them. They all thought he was going to throw a pass, but it was a beautiful dummy.
The old show and go.
Show and go.
He's been doing that since his days at Alexandria Rovers, Me and Bud used to play for the Rovers when we were younger, so we do share that as a club in common. And shout out to all our Rovers fans that are watching this. And so, apart from Buddy, there was guys like Frenchie that come off the bench. Now, Frenchie's a great story. Matty French, he played in the Jersey Flegg Grand Final with Lockie Elias, Peter Mamazelis and Blake Taff. Now, him and Taffy grew up on the Central Coast playing for the Entrance Tigers, winning competitions, and Frenchie was in that Flegg team, and for whatever reason, he's gone away from the club.
Went to North Sydney.
Bit of a journeyman. Yeah, he was at North Sydney this year, and then all of a sudden he's back, and he has a good game in the grand final.
And he's in the starting side this week for his efforts. His efforts have shown, that he's ready to start a game, and the coach has shown faith in him by putting him in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great news for Matt. He definitely deserves the accolades that he's getting.
Well deserved
from the coaching staff in particular, but us too. We've really enjoyed the way his energy in the games and the way he's just been playing in general. He's a fearless competitor.
Well, like Taffy described him as the Energizer Bunny. And one of the funny moments of the grand final, anyone who watched it would have seen, they've kicked the ball straight into him and the ball's landed at his feet. He's picked it up and he's in the clear with no one in front of him. And he was away, and he put the afterburners on. But then
we were cheering him from the stands. That's for sure.
But then
he couldn't hear anyone. He could only hear us trying to get him over the line.
Then it was like he was running in quicksand. He was running on the spot towards the end. Oh. And the Bears winger, Ponga,
who'd been playing in first grade for the Roosters.
Yeah, he ran him down, and but it was quite funny because then when I spoke to him, he said he's got PTSD from the head noise of that break, and because he had Isaac in support, who's a bit of a speedster, he could have just passed him the ball and away we go. But it's like he said, he didn't want to turn, he didn't want to put himself off. He just saw that line in the grand final and he pinned his ears back, and he didn't get there unfortunately. But anyway, and here's Richie Nassif, channel member, has arrived.
Hello, Richie. Mate.
And yeah, so that was funny. And he said when he came out on Thursday, he said, I'm going to do some extra sprint training for that. But anyway, so yeah, a well-earned promotion for him. And you did mention Benny Lovett. I spoke to Benny here on Thursday, and it was a really sickening end to his season in the game. Yeah. He went down, he shattered his kneecap, and he's going to need this complicated surgery.
And I mean, it wasn't really from... it was just the way he fell after doing the tackle, and he's managed to fracture his kneecap.
Yeah, I know.
Just so unfortunate. I mean, the way Benny was describing it was just... It seemed so innocuous. Yeah. Anyway, really hard luck for Benny.
So it was a sad end, and I spoke to him, but he's pretty upbeat. And,
He's very upbeat.
You know, he said, I'm going to have an operation. I've got to take it easy because the bones have got to fuse and all this stuff. But once that's back, he's confident that he'll be back for round one.
Yeah, he thinks
G'day,
4 months might be enough.
He said he's confident he'll be back for round one. So that's that's about 5 or 6 months away. So yeah, he's got his held up high, Benny Lovett. And one of the other funny bits was he was standing behind the post on his crutches when Buddy sliced through and scored that try, and he's holding his arms up in the air. So, like I said, if you haven't seen that, go to my YouTube shorts and have a look of Bud bursting through, and you can see Benny. He's still happy for his teammates, and he's happy for Frenchie that's coming in. So Frenchie comes in, and another bloke that deserves a recall is Leonard Skelton, and we interviewed him as well.
Number 18 from last week, he gets called into the starting side at number 17 this week. So
yeah, and he's a good player, Lenny.
He is.
He's a nice young fella, and he set up a try right in front of us at Leichhardt Oval in the semi-final.
Lovely flick pass.
Little flick out to Tai Munro, and so he's a skillful player.
And you've put that into the interview we did with Lenny just the other day.
I did.
You've slotted in that lovely pass for that try to Tyrone.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you can go to
our YouTube shorts for you.
Yeah. Well, it's actually as a video, a standalone video. So you got long form video, which is like that, and you got short form video like that, and we produce them all here on YouTube for Bunnies TV. And welcome to everyone who's in there live chatting. There's not much happening at the moment, but I'm pretty sure they'll all be coming out soon.
The training staff are starting to
they're getting set up. So I might just pan around in a sec. I've just seen Daniel Saluka Fafuda come out. I spoke to him here about a week or two ago, and unfortunately he's done his ACL. So I will show you him. There's a lot of families out here today, so yeah, they're coming out now. So we'll turn around, Milo, because we've got Brock Gray. We just mentioned him, so here they come.
Chase Chapman
and Brock Gray have come out. I'll just show. Hello, mate. How you going? All right. And there he is.
JD,
the other JD.
The other JD.
Jason Dorahy. And the bloke we're just talking about.
Lenny Skelton, that's right, there's Lenny.
Layback Lenny.
Yep.
And I'll just go over here because there's a few over there. That's Tristan Alvarado, and there's there's DSF over there. With his, sorry, I zoomed in a bit quick, so poor old DSF. Well, he's got the brace on still. And he was, we thought, when we lost him, I thought, oh, gee, there's going to be dramas, but these boys have
Co-commentator Dallas doing the boy work there.
He's helping out too. Very versatile. And there's the young fellow we're talking about. So we're talking about unsung heroes in the pack. This guy's one of them, young Brock. Mascot junior, local junior, and he did his job in the grand final with admirable job.
Oh, very admirable job. He big hits and big line, big hit ups to the line as well.
Yeah, and he's a try scoring big fella, which is valuable to the team. He scored a few tries this year, and he won the game for the Crookwell Tigers in the grand final last year, and that try is in his interview that I did for Bunnies TV. And no video live will be complete without Bo Falloon in it, because he's my man.
Master trainer.
Bowie, how are you? Good. And yeah, so, and no other, and then Mr. Taff. There he is, Darren. Hello, mate. Good. There he is. Taffy live and free on Bunnies TV. We're waiting for young Blakey to come out. So here they come, the boys.
Shannon Gardner, Dion Tiapo, Ethan O'Neill all coming out.
Grand final heroes, Milo.
That's right.
Each and every one of them. Even the guys that didn't take the field.
The guys who brought a trophy back after a second grade trophy, our first in 40 years.
Yeah.
Just a really, really big deal.
It is.
It is. And is this the first season of our knock-on effect cup side? Is this our? Have we had, or is this
they've had a couple,
season
haven't they?
2?
Yeah, they've had a couple,
maybe.
yeah.
So this is a great effort without it being a part of a feeder club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you going? Good. So as you can see, it's family day here. They're all in here, all the rellos, wives, kids. But these are the guys we're here to see. And one of those guys we're talking about who's been a hero was Shannon Gardner there with the hat turned back now. He's been running off the bench in the 14 and he's got 44 on today. But the grand final, he was there on the bench. He unfortunately didn't get on, but he was happy that the boys won. So
exactly.
Yeah. And he's hopefully he gets some game time in this game in the NRL State Championship.
Some of that speed and guile that he's got from dummy half. He's quite a very skillful player, no doubt.
And there's Richie, Nassif, channel member. He does all the photos. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, how you going? All right.
Yeah,
Joe
champ.
Cool. How are you, mate? How you going? Steve Maven.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah. This is Milo and Dallas.
Hey, John, all right?
Hey, Dallas. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, how you going? Yeah, so I've just sort of worked out who Jace was, and
okay.
I went back and had a look, and we played against each other once, I think, in 1989. You were playing for the Bears, I was playing for the Rabbits. Yeah. So unreal. Yeah, cool.
Said your name, and I thought, bloody hell.
Yeah.
A tough player, tough forward.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. Well, you're one of the greats, but I was nothing on you, so.
I wouldn't say that. Some of them there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, mate. Yeah, well, Jay said you were going to come down and have a look, so.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy to have come down and had a look. It's unbelievable centre.
It's a good centre. Yeah, imagine if we had this in our day, eh? So.
Oh, gee whiz, eh?
Good on you, mate. Yeah, the boys. Yeah, so I was just going to keep filming. I'll have a chat to you once we turn it off.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Okay. Thanks, mate. So there he is. John Doherty.
Yeah, what a legend.
NRL
what
legend.
a legend.
Yeah, done it all in the game.
He has.
So we just saw Blakey Taffin that come past. And there's his son there, Jace.
There's Jackson Rami's dad there in the black.
Oh, yeah.
Man in black.
There he is. And here's Jared Sublu.
Yeah.
And here's the man of the moment, Star Rake.
And tackling machine.
Yes.
Peter Mamazelis.
Yes, Peter.
No doubt. 40 tackles again this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's the star centre.
There he is.
Isaac Tuatupu Thompson.
Yep.
Good on him.
He can play.
He is. What a lean machine he is too.
Scored a try in his NRL debut. Thank you very, very much. And here's another bloke who scored.
The link man, Tallis Duncan.
Tal. There he is.
Yeah.
His mate.
Captain.
Footy.
Yeah. On your Hawko.
There's Footy. And there's Tommy Carr, and there's also Tai Munro.
Yeah.
Grand final champion. Grand final winning try. Thank you. What a player. There's a bloke we were talking about before, Frenchie, Matty French. Like a little Mack truck he is.
On your Frenchie.
We've got a few more to come. I'll just wait to turn around.
That's right. Jackson Rami's just doing up his shoelaces there.
Margisha said, are we going to stream the game? No, we're not, because it's grand final day, so it's a big money contract for the NRL for Channel 9. So no, Channel 9, you can watch it on Channel 9, you can watch it on Foxtel, you can watch it on KO, but no, we're not going to do that. So we've just got a couple more players here. We've got Rampage Rami and
Jake Gagai.
And Gags. Brother of Dane, but not sure if Dane's won a reserve grade premiership, but I don't know, this bloke has. Played in the centres and played well.
And your Jake.
Hey, Gags. Hey, mate. And last but not least,
the hitman, Rampage.
Yeah, the hit of the day.
Hit of
in the last minute of the game. Just dropped the shoulder and let him know who's boss at the end.
That's right.
I think it was Zach Docker playing.
Yeah, Zach Docker.
I'd like to know what he said to him, but it wasn't. How's your family? It was. You let him know that he's been hit by the rampager.
Did you enjoy that? I think it was.
Yes, mate.
On your Jackson.
Number 20's coming onto the field.
There he is. Okay, so they're all on the field now.
Okay.
And the sun's out, guns out, and it's a little bit harder to see looking across this bright sunlight here, but I think we missed this bloke here before. But we did talk about him in the pre-stuff. And that's
Buddy Gordon.
Over
there with the coach. Yep.
Joe O'Callaghan. And Joe will be saying, Bud, when you get on there, just do what you do best. Bring the energy. And I'm sure he will. That's Tommy Carr underneath the post there. Scored a beautiful try in the grand final. He's the leading try scorer for this team. And he's a great young fella to boot. His family's here to watch. And if you're watching this back on the replay, we love Tommy Carr. Tommy Carr is a star is what I called his interview. And couldn't think of a better title. Tom Carr, you are a star. And let's hope we see it in this NRL State Championship game. And we've got one more coming out. Milo's just alerted me. We've got
Probably our biggest weapon in the middle of the park.
Yes.
The big man himself.
Dallas was just having a bit of a word. He's just give a DSF a high five there, a little hello. And
all right, looking strong
yes,
on your Shaq mitt.
Shaq Mitt's in the house, baby. There he is, number 39. What a player. And, I think he's going to have to be...
How's the knee holding up there, DSF?
In the 17 next year in the NRL. I suspect he will be.
Nice to meet you.
So I'll just putting the phone down because I've been trying to look at the phone and chat, but if I'm not live chatting, apologies for that. I'm just going to try and keep filming the boys till the ball work starts, and then we'll get told to turn the cameras off. We'll hang around after this, get some more footage for Bunnies TV. But these are your...
We got time for a little interview with...
we might do that. Hang on a minute. Yeah, you want to do that? Yeah. Why don't you get? Why don't you go and get him on the field, and I'll get you with them in the background.
Okay.
Just walk around in front of the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. You give him that. Take that. You put that on him. Yeah, you put that on him.
Can't put that on.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to come around here, Dan?
Where? Yeah.
So we just got just get you there. That's good. Yeah. With the rabbit on the background.
Yeah.
Just come across that way a bit. Okay. I'm here with Daniel Saluka Fafita, live and free on Bunnies TV. Welcome, mate.
Thank you, mate. Happy to be here.
Unfortunately, your season ended in disaster. I'll just pan down and show. So, what happened there, mate?
First week of finals, first round of the game. Took the ball up and my knee buckled once I was getting tackled to the ground.
It was unfortunate. So we were there. That was at North Sydney Oval, and but we were worried because obviously you've been great all year. And when you went down, I thought, oh gee, we're in trouble here. But they got the job done against the Warriors there, didn't they?
Yes, they did. It was a really good game. Boys got the job done, and it was a bit unfortunate I wasn't there, but they did well.
So it's ACL, and I heard, was it MCL as well, or just you've done both sides?
Yeah, it was ACL, MCL, but I had about 3 weeks until I had op, but the MCL was healed, so I only got my ACL done.
Oh, okay. So you've had it all fixed up now. So now it's just rehab, get some strength back in the leg, and looking towards next year.
That's right. Yeah, next year probably I'd say early May, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. And so. You're out there for the boys winning the grand final. It was a good day?
Yeah, it was a good day. How good the boys got the job done. It was a tough game against North Sydney Bears, but the boys played it really well.
And are you going to be there tomorrow for the big one against the Brisbane Tigers?
Yeah, of course. I watched the Brisbane Tigers game. They look pretty good too, so I'm sure it'll be a good game. And I'll be on the bus with the boys heading to the game for the grand final day.
Nice, mate. So, you're in the top 30 next year. You are signed with the Rabbitohs next year, so that's the plan. Get back and get in that 17 next year for, I don't know if it's going to be round one, but early next year if possible.
Yeah, perfect. No worries. We'll do. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Dan. Good on you, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks,
mate.
Dan.
No problem.
Well done, mate. Good on you.
So, yeah.
Thanks,
So there you go. Little bonus bit of content there. Oh, here's Benny Lovett too. We should maybe get Benny over as well. You want to go and ask him?
Yeah, well.
If he's keen. If he's not keen, it's all good. Okay, so we're just at Daniel, and we're just going back to the team here. So we are going to get Benny, by the looks of it. And there's the... Hello, mate. Thanks for this. Just come in a bit. Come in a bit.
Come in.
Keep coming in. Keep coming in. Just go that way a little bit. Okay. So I'm here with Benny Lovett, and we just had Dan on, and you've got matching
Same brace on.
same braces
Different
on.
injury, but
So take us through how you did yours.
I don't know really how I did it, but what I did is full fractured kneecap sort of thing, dislocated. So it came out and crashed into my femur, which is a bit of a weird injury. But yeah, so usually you shatter your kneecap by contact hitting it, but I did it with movement, so it popped out and hit my own bone and cracked myself. So
Yeah, okay.
interesting one, but
Well, that's not good, but
that is what it is.
I saw you hopping around with joy after the game, so you sort of shook it off
I think-
for the time.
Fair bit of adrenaline, I think, a bit of excitement, so I don't really feel much. I remember
Yeah.
after the game I felt pretty good, so I thought I was all good, pretty sweet with the injury, but yeah, I think just the adrenaline and the joy of winning and all the hard work for the year, so yeah.
Yeah, and like you went down, and they were down a man, but I think Shaq come on for you, and they finished the game well, and they played well to get the title, didn't they?
Yeah, buddy, I think Frenchie moved in the back row, he did a good job, did that 80-metre run where he got the trap with the kick, so proud of him. I think he'll do the same this weekend, it'd be good for him, so I'm keen to watch him play, take position, he'll do well.
You got an operation coming up next week.
Yeah, Wednesday, got him in.
Okay, so I've spoken to you about this, but
Yeah.
just for the Bunnies TV viewers, the plan is get your operation,
Yeah.
rest up till the bone fuses, and
Yeah.
then get into the rehab, rip into that rehab.
100%. Yeah, I think the first part of the rehab or first part of the sort of recovery is that early onset. So I think let the bone heal and everything. Take my time and get it all right, and then crack into the rehab when I can. But I've been taking advice of the surgeon and the rehab people, and everything will be right.
So you're going to stay up here. I just spoke to you about this. I mean, I know Mum would probably like you to go back to Parks and spend some time back there, but you're going to stay up here because it's better for your rehab?
Yeah, I reckon. I think I'll stay here, more comfortable here. Home's a bit hard. It'd be good being home, obviously, with Mum and Dad there looking after you sort of thing, but there's actually not much to do or much to see and not much to sort of have at home. So I think being up here, comfortable with my own house and living with my brother and his girlfriend and my sister here as well, so I think it'd be sweet.
So I think you're in the top 30 next year, are you? Or,
Yeah, I am, definitely, yeah.
Top 30 player, so you signed with the Rabbitohs, and so the plan is to hopefully be ready for round one. You'll be up against the clock, I suppose, but
Yeah,
you're going to try for that.
Best case, yeah, like round one. It's a bit of a weird injury where it's sort of hard to know a set date return sort of thing. It's unlike ACL where you give you 8 or 9 months and you're certain of that, where with this is a bit like sort of hope that it heals this way, hope that this happens, and then it's just up in the air. But best case, yeah, the surgeon said 4 months, which would be great, but you've got to take it right and see how we go.
So I did write a little story about you. I think I made a post, and look, even though the season, that's all right. Even though the season ended in disaster, you still had some highlights. You made your NRL debut at Acor Stadium, and your sister and all your family had the big heads in the stand. So that was a highlight.
Yeah, 100%. I look back on it, and I definitely had a great year and a good end of the year as well. And obviously unlucky how it is, but I think a good year and a lot of memories I'll have for life. So yeah, I can't complain, but it is what it is, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come, and it'll be right.
I think the Park Spaceman might name a grandstand after you or something.
I hope so. They need to upgrade first and get a few more seats there, but maybe that's down in the future when I get a few more games, hopefully.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks,
good luck,
guys. Appreciate it. Thanks,
Yeah.
Good. Legends.
Thanks, mate. Good on you. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. All right, so we're back here with the action. I'll just move the camera up a bit.
What a fantastic bunch of guys we have here at the Rabbitohs.
Well, Benny, you can probably still hear me, but I don't care. He's one of the nice guys of this club, and so is Daniel too. Very nice of them to give us their time.
Exactly.
And
it is.
And so we will stick with this stream for a while. These are your 2023 New South Wales Cup champion team out there. So different shirts. Not sure they mean a whole lot. There's red, there's green, but there's a few guys out there doing the opposed session that have been doing this work for the team all year. Blokes like Chase Chapman, but there's a few actually on the extended bench. Now, Milo, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask Joe this. If we get a chance to talk to Joe.
Sub-blue?
Is there a rule that it's only 17 or can they use extras? I don't.
18. So they've got the one replacement.
So it's not.
Of course, they've got other reserves after that, just in case something goes wrong on game day. They can bring out another bloke.
Well, I didn't think it'd be like unlimited interchange or anything like that. No. Which you know what? It's actually not. Someone suggested that that'd be a good idea because of the weather.
Well,
they might want to use that many players.
It'd probably be a good day tomorrow when it's going to be like 30 odd degrees. It'd be excellent if they had unlimited interchange.
Sorry, so I just went off screen there. So there is Coach Joe out the back there. We'll go through a few of the players. There is Leonard Skelton. There's Brock Gray, number 70 there. He'll be starting in the front row. It's a little bit hard, like I said, in the sun here. A little tap on there from, who was that, Taffy?
Yep.
Of course it was. So I went over and got a coffee across the road at Hillsdale Shopping Centre, and there was a bloke standing in front of me. I said, gee, that looks like Dean Hawkins. It might be Brent, but it was actually Dean Hawkins. Footy was standing there. So yeah, I just seen Blake and Dean in the coffee shop this morning. Said hello. I said, they must have looked around and saw me and thought, this bloke, is he stalking us? And I assured them I'm not. But we're just reporting for Bunnies TV. Look, this is the last live stream for a while now because obviously the season ends on Sunday. But, we'll still keep producing content here on Bunnies TV. There's a fair bit happening as far as junior pathways. Like I think the Mats and the Ball have got trials coming up, the women's team. So there'll be something happening. The boys will be back here training November-ish. So, yeah, make sure you keep subscribing to the channel and look out for plenty of content. I put up a short of Bruce Longbottom scoring a try in 1984 last night, and I had a look this morning, and about 1,000 people have watched it. So we can repurpose.
What a champion player he was.
It was a great run. He got the ball and he put this left foot step on in full flight, and then he just put on the afterburners and burnt this bloke and scored in the corner against Mascot. So that's my mate 2GB, Too Good Brucey Longbottom, and he's a good man. He goes to a lot of the South Players Association events. And we've got South Players Association committee man Stephen McDermott here watching this. He does a great job for the Raging Rabbits. And talking about raging, there's rampaging Jackson Rami, who is a solid man. Dean Hawkins there. Footy, played well. He organised the boys. Look for him to steer him around the park on tomorrow.
If kicking game's anything like last week, well, we're in for a good day, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And what about Tyrone Munro? We spoke to Leonard Skelton, what it's like playing inside him. He goes, he's a freak. So, going to freak his talent, and he's a bloke who'll be pushing for that 17 every week next year.
I won't be surprised if tomorrow we see something really special from him. I feel like, there's just been... He's just getting warmed up, again, and I think this weekend, we might see him cross a couple of times or just pull out a massive run somewhere.
Well, he's a bit like Darryl Lee because there's something special in every bite there. So, and here's another special player. I've got Pete Mamazelis on the screen, and he's played a bit of first grade this year. He actually had a hand in Tallis Duncan's first try, and he did so well. Like, he backed up Tal, and Tallis threw him the ball. He summed up the situation perfectly, gave it back to Tallis in space, and he got a try assist in first grade. I don't know if that's his first one, but first of many, because he can score a try, set him up, defends all day, hard as they come. So that's our man, Pete Mamazelis there.
The tackling machine, Pete Mamazelis. That's
tackling machine, and he's just he's one of the nice guys at this club too. I met his dad Theo here last week. Champion guy. He goes into Coates Hire and talks to my daughter Demi. So shout out to Demi Maven and my other daughter Jasmine, who's over in Queenstown now. See you, Taffy.
Seize the mic.
Righto, mate.
You look after yourself.
You too, mate. So that's Darren Taff there. And so we're under the strict protocols here. Once they start the ball work, we'll have to turn it off. So we won't be going for too much longer. But
just having a bit of fun right now.
Just throwing a bit of a ball around, so we'll just follow this play. That's where I got the Buddy Gordon scoring when they're just mucking around. Isaac Tiltupo Thompson, we saw him running out. He's a real weapon. moved to the centre so he can play wing or centre, and he's damaging in both positions. Isaac Tuatupa Thompson.
There he is with the ball now, having a bit of a run. Just flying through
they've
there.
been knocked down there. That was by Blake. He's wearing 19. So it's a farewell to Blake Taff. So sad to see him go. And I'm sure he'll find a way into that Bulldogs 17 next year, whether it's as a fullback or in the halves or as a 14.
Number
but
14, yep.
He'll be valuable to them.
For sure.
But, unfortunately, like he said to us, it's a business rugby league and you can't keep them all. And he is moving on. Our man, Blake Taff. We are Team Taff here on Bunnies TV. We love the Taff family. Darren just come up and said hello. Mum Dorothy's a champion. And we just had Benny there. We know the family there. Dad John, Mum Fiona, Kurt and Claudia. I think they're here actually. The boys are just hugging up there. That's a nice image. There it is. The boys.
Here we go. We're going to have that session now.
Yeah, and they're going to Jez might tell us to turn it off. There's Dion Tiapa, another bloke who's going to be key this week. I think they're going to be going on. I'm not sure. Jez is. They're going to do. Are they going to start or?
Dion's been an absolute rock over
So
these last few finals games. That's for sure.
Yeah, he has. So,
he has. He's been solid as.
That is it for our live stream. The ball week is commencing. I'll just have a look at the live chat while I'm waiting here and see who's been in the chat. Margaret O'Callaghan, hi Karina. And Margaret says, all the best, quick recovery for Daniel and Ben. There you go, very nice thoughts. And Margaret said, let's go Rabbitohs. So not a lot of people chatting today. It is a Saturday morning, people have got things to do. There is quite a few in the public gallery down there. I'll just bring the camera out a bit and show you. I won't show you the bulwark, but you can see there's quite a few people in here. So you can come into this Rabbitohs Centre and watch. No, not in this side, but I'll show you where the public area is. I've probably showed you this before, but anyone who's new to the stream, down there where they're standing is where the Rabbitohs Centre is. That is, so that's where you can stand, just outside there. And you're on the halfway line down there, so you can come through just over there and watch. You can stand anywhere around the fence line, and unfortunately the canteen people threw in the towel because they weren't happy, and there's a new mob that's taken over. Stephen, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happened. Apparently the old canteen mob apparently it wasn't busy enough for them, so they've moved on, and there's another mob coming in. They've got a new name change. It's called the Borough, and I think they're going to look after Borough members with discounts, and they're going to have a board out here where you can order stuff and it'll come up on the board. But yeah, that's the only news I can report. Make sure if you're not going to the game tomorrow, watch the boys, cheer them on, and we'll be back in after the game, maybe early next week, and for a live recap, and we'll have a look at the season as a whole. Just like to thank everyone for their support this year, and especially Karina Haza, our #1 fan, all the way from Germany. Wherever you're watching this, we appreciate the support, and I'll let yous go. Let's win this NRL State Championship and finish.
Let's go Rabbitohs. Let's go Rabbitohs.